Programmers out there are worried. Am I wasting my time? Is AI going to make me obsolete? In this video, I'm going to break down why I think the opposite is the case and why it might even be more important for you to be investing in your skills. From where we are now, there's three different ways things can mainly go. First is that fundamentally nothing actually changes. The bubble bursts, the code generators never really get past the hump that they're at now, and we move on. Good news, you have your skills, and you might even be in a better position if others have been neglecting their skills, assuming that they're going to generate their way out of it. At the other extreme is that AI replaces programmers across the board. Good news, your skills put you in the position to be the CTO of your own department of AI programmers. And the third scenario is that things kind of continue progressing how they are now. More and more of the code that's shipped by you or your team is generated by an LLM, but it's still going to be up to you to review, sign off on, and fix this code. So if you don't know how to model your data well, how are you supposed to know if what the code generator is giving you is any good? If you don't know the trade-offs between different technologies and approaches, how are you supposed to judge the decisions being made here? And if you don't ultimately know what it is that you or your company is trying to accomplish, how are you supposed to evaluate what you're given? And that's the best case scenario. Even when they work well, the code generated by these AIs can be off in subtle ways. You can have code that just plain doesn't scale, N+1 queries, off by one errors, security, accessibility issues, the list goes on. It's going to be up to you to spot, catch, and fix these things. And if you don't know your stuff, you're going to be in trouble because most of the time it's actually much, much harder to read and review and understand code than it is to just write it in the first place. And we all know that feeling where your brain kind of turns off when you're reading code that looks pretty good. It's so easy to miss those small but critical details. And if you want to be putting this code into production, somebody still needs to operate this. There still needs to be somebody who's going to deploy, monitor, debug, and just plain hotfix this code. Have fun putting ChatGPT into your on-call rotation. I don't think the solution for generated code is going to be more generated code. All of this is going to make it critical for you to know your stuff. It's easy to see a future where one developer is expected to know an even wider range of technologies in depth. So what's my prediction? I think in the near-term future, nothing's going to fundamentally change. I do think the bubble is going to burst, and we're going to look at these LLMs the same way we look at autocomplete from an LSP. It's a useful tool in the hands of someone who knows what they're doing, and it's pretty useless in the hands of someone who doesn't. Peace.